We have seen the picture of Oliver Bacon, a young man, well dressed, rich, who seems to have everything that a man could want. Still, he wants more and more. The other jewelers are jealous of him, they are envious of him, they look up to him. He knew that he's the greatest jeweler compared to them. But he still seems to want something more and more and more. He still seems dissatisfied. So Oliver snuffed always on the rich earth of Mayfair another truffle, a blacker, a bigger, farther off. We are going to see one day in the life of Oliver Bacon. He straightened the pearl in his tie, gazed himself in his smart blue overcoat, took his yellow gloves and his cane, and swayed as he descended or came down the stairs, and half snuffed, half sighed into his long sharp nose as he passed out into Piccadilly. For was he not still a sad man, a dissatisfied man, a man who seeks something that is hidden, though he had won his bet? We could see that Oliver Bacon is a well-dressed man. He seems dissatisfied with his life, though. He felt as if he's a sad man, a dissatisfied man, who still seeks for something. He swayed slightly as he walked, as the camel at the zoo sways from side to side when it walks along the asphalt paths laden with grocers and their wives, eating from paper bags and throwing little bits of silver paper crumpled up onto the path. The camel despises the grocers. The camel is dissatisfied with its lot. The camel sees the blue lake and the fringe of palm trees in front of it. Oliver Bacon is compared to a camel who despises or looks down on the grocers. He's compared to a camel that is dissatisfied with his lot, even though he's rich. So the great jeweler, the greatest jeweler in the whole world, swung down Piccadilly, perfectly dressed, with his gloves, with his cane, but dissatisfied still, till he reached the dark little shop that was famous in France, in Germany, in Austria, in Italy, and all over America. The dark little shop in the street of Bond Street. As usual, he strode through the shop without speaking. Through the four men, the two old men, Marshall and Spencer, and the two young men, Hammond and Wicks, stood straight and looked at him, envying him. It was only with one finger of the amber-colored glove waggling that he acknowledged their presence. And he went in and shut the door of his private room behind him. So, Oliver Bacon had gone into his workplace. His young and old men working under him are jealous of his success. He went to his private room. Then he unlocked the grating that barred the window. The cries of Bond Street came in, the purr of the distant traffic. The light from reflectors at the back of the shop struck upwards. One tree waved 6 green leaves, for it was June, but Mademoiselle had married Mr. Pedlar of the local brewery. No one stuck noses in his buttonhole now. So he sighed. He half sighed, half snorted. So